Evening, everybody. It's Thursday night. It's 9 o'clock-ish. Welcome to What's on Joe Mind. We are here tonight with Travis Moody from A Toy Kind of Mood.
What up?
And, along with the cast of usual suspects. We'll be back with you after you listen to our kick-ass theme song. Hey, how's everybody doing? It's What's on Joe Mind. We are a fan cast about the world of G.I. Joe. I'm your host, Mike Irizarry. How is everybody this Friday night?
I mean, what could be better?
Yeah, it's Friday night.
I have no idea. We've been doing this for enough Fridays now that I don't remember what it was like before that.
It's a Friday.
We want the show on the Friday. That's what we said.
Joe Colton is joining us from the land of hazy backgrounds. It's raining heavily where she is. She's the co-hostess with the co-mostess and the queen of G.I. Joe cosplay.
Hi, everybody.
We weren't sure if you were joining us till the last minute, so we're glad that you made the trip.
It's good. It's fine.
Well, look, you were the one who told us you might have missed. So I had Rack Time Rob on standby.
You know, just because I don't answer you right away.
He's in the green room eating all the brownies.
Sixth man of the year.
Those brownies are expensive. In the top right, he's the former head of marketing for the G.I. Joe brand at Hasbro. It's the Hot Show, Mark Weber.
That's it. I put the mark in marketing, but that was a long time ago. Now I'm just yelling at kids to get off my lawn.
It's all right.
At least you're not kicking them or punting them.
Right now I'm yelling at the neighbor that he doesn't need to run his motorcycle for 10 minutes to warm it up in July. Just get on it and go, man. Come on.
You should send a Hallmark card over.
It's fired up today.
No, I'm a teddy bear, but I'm passive aggressive.
Just fill out the inside. Sorry about your penis.
Right. No, I just wait till about minute 8, and then I just go stand on the porch and look at him.
Do you make eye contact?
I'm not drinking a coffee. I'm not looking for the paper or nothing. I'm just looking at him like, you good? You couldn't have put those gloves on inside before you started up the old bike at 7 a.m. on a Saturday? Cool. Yeah. I'll just wait here and watch the show because apparently it's going to be a while.
Hallmark card, man. Hallmark card.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Going anywhere anytime soon, bud?
And get the nice calligraphy style going.
Yeah.
So it looks like They Gone wants me gone.
Exactly.
I didn't say anything yet.
For me.
you can read between the lines and see that, but he's not actually saying
it's because we had to share a day of Cobra Convergence. So
Oh.
What up, They Gone? How are you?
And as you can see, Rack Time Rob has been cycled out this week.
Yes.
For our guest today, he's the host of A Toy Kind of Mood. Travis Moody is with us.
Hey.
What's up,
Travis?
I've only begged you guys for like the whole pandemic to be on the show. So we're finally here. It took me to go to Comic-Con, but we're finally here.
We always run the Four Horsemen thing, and Rob is Ole. So that makes you Luger, I think.
Yeah.
I'll take Paul Roma.
Ooh, he'll take Paul Roma.
Yeah, I think you could take Paul Roma.
Yeah, we're the underdog show, man. I'll do it. We're TV champion status.
Funny, not to get too far into wrestling, but I actually always thought Roma was underrated in the WWE. And then he went to WCW and they put him in the Horsemen. And I went, whoa.
Getting too far ahead of themselves.
That's not what I meant.
Right. They got to build that house.
Whoa.
They put everyone in the Horsemen at this point.
Late in the run, yeah. If you were the hot young guy, you got to be a Horseman. But anyways, if you're joining us on Facebook tonight, be sure to give us some kind of an emoticon response. Give us a thumbs up. Give us a heart. Give us a little huggy guy. We love little huggy guy. That helps us with their metrics over that way. If you're watching us on YouTube, of course, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it in your various G.I. Joe circles. It means a lot more when you do it than when we do it. When I do it, I'm just some hack trying to scream about his stupid podcast. When you guys do it, it's because you like it and it's good.
Yeah.
So you want them screaming?
Yes. Yes. They should be shouting our names from the hilltops. That's what we want.
What
Oh, boy.
What it takes. We've been stuck on between 1,000 and 1,100 subscribers for how long?
Too long.
Yes, they should be shouting it.
Well, we had the Hasbro team this week, and I think we got like 10 subscribers. So I mean, it's a dead end, dude. Unless you've been grandfathered in for like a decade. At this time, it's do it for fun. If you get lucky, you get lucky. You know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Or
yeah.
pile on those bots, baby. Yeah.
Shartimus bot.
Easy now. Easy now. Don't be starting fights with people we have no idea who they are.
Yeah, that'll give us
we
more
were gonna-
publicity.
we were gonna
Give us
add
a
about-
rub.
We were going to add about 4,000 followers, all of them robots, and Colton nixed it. She's like, I don't like robots. Fine.
Hate robots.
Sean Russell asks, "Wait, they cut the good ears area?" Yes, they did. You've been stuck with the evil one for 11 years.
Now wait a minute, just to follow the ping pong up, Joe, certifying her hatred of robots. She may hate robots, but I have it on good authority earlier this week that Mr. Moody dropped a dime and said, "Yo,
Never!
that's for $12 on Amazon right now," which I then passed along, and wouldn't you know, I tripled the number of robots in Joe Colton's house with an
You
assistant.
did.
I messaged all of you.
Yeah.
I let all of you know. Right? At
Yes.
least I can
When
do
you
it for everyone.
texted me, I had already done. I was like, yes, I just got 3.
Yep.
Late to the party.
They didn't last long, but
No,
They
did not.
didn't. I think like a day or two later, I checked again for a friend, and it was already back up to $35. I was like,
There you go.
oh,
Yeah,
Did
no,
you see the Vipers go up for 15?
Huh.
They went just after. They went up for 15.
wow.
5's enough. That's all I got.
Yeah.
No more room.
Rob says, "I want you all to go to your doors, go to your windows, and shout at the top of your lungs. I'm mad as hell, and I'm not going to take it anymore." Oop, wrong movie.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's Joe Colton has how many robots in the house now? 8. So 7 bats in the coffee maker.
Not 9. Diana called it.
you could be double-digit robot before you know it.
No, don't you dare. I'm not doing it again.
They're
No,
going to
I
come
don't
out
care
with
how-
they're coming out with Robo Joe or something.
No,
and you're
not doing
stuck.
it.
It's gonna
Because
get
then I have to get rid of one so I don't make it to double digits.
gonna have one of those little vacuuming robots.
Shut up.
Roomba.
No.
Got to be a
No, those
board.
things freak out Wes. Maybe I should get one of those.
He's afraid of the Roomba?
No, he just doesn't like it. He's gonna eat his toes.
You're gonna have to change your name to Joe Colton Builder on the next show.
Yeah. There's going to be a Borg something coming out this year that's going to tip us over double digits.
If X06 makes a Borg queen, I will have to get her.
Here, and I thought X06 was a character. It's fine.
It's a company.
Well,
It's like Hot Toys, but makes a Star Trek.
Oh, so there's a Star Trek now?
Yeah, there's a Star Trek.
Star Wars? It's a
whole
Star
bunch of tracks. Now we're talking.
What was that jar?
And a reminder,
Told you.
You're such an ass.
help buy Joe Colton's way out of the swear jar.
Again.
Hit
Not
up
as
our
bad as
link
last
below.
week. This week I'm happy.
Hit up our link below. You'll find our coffee links, both for us and for Joe Colton to support her cosplay project.
Well, one of the reasons I'm on this show this week is so I can drink and swear because we're not allowed to do it on my show anymore because I said, but I can swear on your show.
Why
and-
can't you drink and
drink.
swear?
I don't know. Now that we got Hasbro watching, we got to be careful.
Oh, that's like.
We,
Just saying.
no,
I
we
don't know.
got Hasbro watching.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
we're watching. They're
They did swear a lot in the panel, though, the G.I. Joe panel, which we'll talk about. But yeah, they not F word, but the S word was thrown around pretty heavily.
It sounds professional.
I mean,
Yeah.
you ain't collecting any checks from them, are you?
is G.I. Joe. Not checks, but things that would be coming out of my check. So
So that's what all I'm saying is
That's the way to do it.
there ain't no restrictions on your vocabulary if
No.
they ain't sliding you a check.
we'll see. I don't know.
But
Membership has its privilege.
Pendragon Designs wants to know: will Joe Colton be cosplaying Operation Recall figs? That's what people want.
Especially shh.
That is a dude, isn't it?
Well, so what? She can.
I can
Does
do
that matter?
dude.
Not
Cosplay.
that she couldn't.
I mean, who
But-
can tell? Really, it's
I mean,
a ninja of such renowned stealth that we don't know.
dude, her Omni-Man is incredible. And
With
once
or without the mustache.
it doesn't matter, whichever one you prefer, because I heard you killed all the other Invincible cosplayers at one convention as Omni-Man. And you were just like, what?
I grabbed I had a guy come up to me. He was dressed as Mark, and I had a heart. It was like bloody, and I just kept squeezing. He's like, "That's really freaky. I don't want to take a picture with."
So, Travis, you've been home for what, 2-3 days now?
We got back Sunday night. Actually, the traffic wasn't crazy, and we left right when the convention ended. I think a lot of people leave in the morning. But we left around 6, and we were home around 8:30, so it wasn't too bad.
All right, good deal.
Getting from San Diego to LA, that is.
All right. How much sleep you been getting since you've been back?
Oh, well, actually sleeping like a baby the last 3 days. 7 hours a night for me is an eternity after not sleeping in a room full of dudes. Shout out to my dude Lance. He did hook it up because he was working the booth for Mattel, so he had a free hotel and let a couple of the homies stay in there. But you know, how can you sleep in a room full of men? It's just impossible.
Yeah, there's a lot of farting and sweating going on.
Yeah.
It's no good.
One of the Comic Cons I worked for Hasbro, on the way back, the flight was delayed, and then finally we got into it like 4 hours late, and we're on the tarmac, and they said we're like 29th for takeoff, so you know you're going to be in the plane on the tarmac for another hour 10, and we got up to I think 15th, they said, and then it was the worst in that. Well, keep it in perspective, but they said, folks, here's the situation. We're going to have to pull back in because now we've been delayed so long that our pilots will, during the flight, will go beyond their maximum amount of work time in a 24-hour period. And they're not allowed to go past that. So they can't take off if the pilots are going to be up too late midway through the flight. So we were delayed 4 hours, waited on the plane for an hour, only to be brought back and unloaded. Duh.
How mad were you?
That's when you call for a sky striker.
I mean, everybody. It didn't feel personal, really, because it was pretty much a full boat, right? But
Yeah, that's not an angry moment. That's a heartbreaking moment.
yeah, it's like
I'm never getting out of here.
have you ever been so hungry that when you finally get the food, you don't even want it?
Yes.
You're just like angry that it took this long. And you're like, nah. That's what
Hangry.
Yeah, we were. Well, I would say it was beyond hangry. It's like
Hangry.
what's angry? Hungry and depressed. Hung pressed. It's just like, ugh, and that's what we were.
I think hung pressed is something different.
Could be.
Anyways, as everybody looks around uncomfortably.
Hang press.
All right, so maybe it only sounded dirty to me. Okay, whatever.
I guess.
Whatever. I try. People just want to see Joe Colton curse. They don't care about me making off.
No, it's coming.
I don't know if they would want to see what I'm surviving today.
Actually, I got a question for Joe. On the last show, you were
God.
talking about a cosplayer doing some video and it sucked. Was that from Comic-Con? Is that why you brought it up on the last Friday?
Yes.
Like she was kind of didn't know her stuff, to be nicely.
It wasn't a cosplayer. It was the
No.
Booth babe.
Booth babe. Yeah. Booth babe.
presenter
Sorry
for the
about
Marvel Legends folks.
Yeah.
Are there a lot of booth babes out there?
Oh
Travis?
yeah. At San Diego. Oh yeah.
A lot of people that didn't know what the hell
Nah,
they were
they
talking about.
They knocked that down. It's not like the old days. Like they
Not like 6 years ago.
oh my goodness. I mean, yeah. there's so I think all the controversy and like equal opportunity and all that.
Yeah.
Actually, I feel like there's more men working the booths and more there's different ages too. You're not gonna
Well,
you don't really see just 20-year-old boys and girls anymore. It's just people, whoever can do the job, it seems now. So it's not so much an attraction to go to a booth.
Well, it's good to know that age isn't a factor, and they'll bring in whoever can do the job.
For the most part, you still, and it's funny because the people who still believe in the booth babe, they just look so sleazy compared to everyone else. These are like the 6 bombshells at your booth, and everyone else has just normal everyday people. It's like, come on, like neck beards and shit. It's like, come on.
I mean, they didn't realize how sleazy they looked before, so they're not going to realize it now.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. There are some booth babes who know their stuff, like who men and women who know their stuff, but still booth babes. But this one did not, and it was making me so angry.
And booth babe doesn't denote girl, right?
It
No,
could be a dude, yeah, Ken looking guy.
Yeah,
Harvey and Ken.
booth Ken.
Didn't we dub that booth bro?
Booth bro.
Bro, yes.
Booth
But then
dude.
that makes bro sound bad, bro.
Hey, bro. Booth bro. Hey.
I mean, he's different when you say bro.
It is.
Different, bro.
Is booth bro, but
No, bro.
but not bro.
We're not going Vince Russo on this. We're yeah.
I never wanted to do that job because they always say you can't look at your phone. So imagine standing there for 12 hours, no one's around you for most of it, and you're not allowed to like look at your phone. I'm like, I would kill myself. So
we would do that at the McFarlane Toys booth, which the Hasbro booths I worked at, I didn't have any control over, but at McFarlane Toys I did. And my bit was, if you need to be on your phone, even just for a little bit, it's fine. If you need to eat, go eat. But don't be behind the booth as a company representative,
Right.
On your phone.
chugging away a soda or chomping on a burger or texting with your husband, wife, boyfriend,
Be
girlfriend.
professional.
Go
Yeah.
do it. That's fine. I'm not saying you can't do it. I'm saying you can't do it here.
Here, yeah.
That's the right way. Yeah.
You can't even have a drink behind the Hasbro booth?
No.
What?
Yeah, I mean, maybe a sip, but
You got to hydrate, man. Got to hydrate.
I'm just saying.
I
If you
think
tell
the cool,
drinking is okay, before you know it, it's Jack Daniels. And then you got to square that away. No. That's all I was talking about.
I think the great thing now is like, especially for toys, is you go to the booths and Lenny and Emily are there, Dan and Ryan are there, like Ben from Transformers. Like you are going to talk to the brand managers. You're not going to just have hired guns for the weekend. There's some booths that are just so big that they do have hired guns. Like I said, my friend worked at Mattel, but he learned his script. They went over the products with him. So
they train them.
What's that?
They train them.
Yeah, they train them, or if they're so good that they just send them a script and they'll know, it depends on their level. But yeah, it's great. Now you're going to get one-on-one communication with the brand where instead of, I know E3, you'd go and there'd be nobody that created the video games there. It would be PR people, maybe, and then a bunch of people hired like background actor types that were just hanging out, kind of just handing things off, didn't know anything. But it's Comic-Con for toys. You're meeting the people you see on all the streams and everything. So it's pretty great.
Mark's used to those brand manager types being kept in an ivory tower.
I mean, they tend to descend or at least offer it.
I'll tell you the story. The first time I met the honcho, it's the Springfield JoeCon.
Oh God.
Gary and Justin and I are getting ready to do we had the first panel of Friday. And so we're kind of looking around. We're snooping around the entrance. They haven't unlocked anything yet. So we're trying to find an open door to get in and set up. And I am down a set of stairs. I went off the beaten path to try and find a way into that auditorium. And I turn around to go back up the stairs, and there's this giant red-haired dude there who knows who I am. So I was like, what the hell is this? Is this where I get killed? And then it turns out he's the guy who runs the brand. So then I felt a lot better.
I let you in too, right?
No.
Oh.
No, you didn't have keys either.
I was looking for the same thing.
Right.
I was probably there to test fire the Hasbro presentation for later because I always want to test it early,
Yeah.
and then come back knowing it's all good because they had who's the AV guy? He was great.
Jesse. Yeah.
Jesse Wittenreich, right? Wittenreich,
Something like that.
with a W.
Yes.
He was great, and he loved people who'd come by early to test their stuff because there were a few panelists who would show up and be like, "It's on my laptop somewhere. Do you have a cable?"
Mark, how big was GI Joe at Comic-Con? Wait, you did Comic-Con or you did different? Which convention did you do with GI
I did
Joe?
the one I never got to do New York Comic-Con. And I
Okay.
did San Diego a couple times.
How big was it? How big was it? Like, were people really into GI Joe then? Was it all over the place?
I mean, we weren't doing much, right? It's when we were doing the 2-pack, the Toys R Us only 2-packs. I got to work on Joe and on GI Joe when it was really low tide. But the one Comic-Con where I was full on representing GI Joe was the one where we had Slaughter in the booth. So to be around,
Slaughter was at the booth. He was there.
Yeah, well, half the time, and we were sharing them with Mattel.
Okay.
So that was cool, just to be able to hang around the Sarge. I mean,
that's dope. Yeah.
So,
and then he stuck his thumb in your eye.
No, in my nose.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, he'll smell that for a week. Most people, if they get a chance, you see pictures all the time of Sarge putting the camel or the Cobra Clutch on people, right? But we were up there and they had finished one group of signees and they were going to get the others. So we had a couple minutes. And so I got to know his handler a little bit. And I said, "Hey, could I get a photo with Sarge when it's slow?" And he said, "Yeah, absolutely. No problem at all." And so it slowed down. He's like, "You want to do it now?" "Sure." So he took the camera. He's going to take the photo. And so I've been near him. Sarge knew I was part of the team and had met me and whatever. And he stood up for the photo. And I said, "Sarge, I see the Cobra Clutch all the time, but I would love to lock up with you if that's cool." And he was like, "Let's go." I'm like, "Oh, this is so cool."
A collar and an elbow tie up.
Yeah, dude. Left hand straight, right arm on the elbow, and I got him. He's a big guy, right?
He's immense.
And so I've got him, but I'm 6'2", 240. Like, I'm not bad. I'm not Sarge. I've got him, and we smile. We get the photo, and I let go, but he doesn't, and I'm still in it. And I'm like, he's leading this dance,
right?
And so I'm sitting there, and he pulls me closer to him, and that jaw only gets bigger as you get pulled in. And I'm like, I am wherever this ride's going, he's driving.
Might as well kiss him at this point.
Dude, he could have. He pulled me in like 4 inches, his chin to my nose, because he's taller than me. And then remember, Sarge would always wrap not just his wrist, but his thumb, right? And he said, got me in real close, and he said, "You know, if I was wrestling a guy that I was actually friends with, I'd wrap my thumb." And he brings me in real close, and he starts thumbing my nose with his thumb. And I have no idea what's going on.
Were you shaking?
No, I wasn't afraid, because I knew he's not going to pull anything, right? And we're in public, and he's got no beef with me, as far as I can tell. And
you messed up my face sculpt,
right? He's thumbing my nose, and he goes, "If I was wrestling a guy I was actually friends with, I'd wrap my thumb and I'd dip it in iodine before the match, and then I'd pull him in close and I'd jam it up his nose."
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
And
why?
I thought that was the end of the story, and then he cracks this big grin, and I can just see my terrified face in his mirrored sunglasses. And he goes, "He'd smell that shit for a week."
Fantastic.
And then he let me go.
Right.
And the fans came in, and we moved on to the second part of the sign.
That's awesome.
But I'll never forget being that close to Slaughter's face and him saying, "He'd smell that for a week."
Oh goodness.
Well, Mark, they didn't have Sergeant Slaughter there, but they had this giant banner at the entertainment booth of Sarge. I don't know if you saw it or heard of it. It was a giant, banner as big as the Star Wars stuff of Sergeant Slaughter. So the GI Joe at this Comic-Con was all over the place. It was insane.
Was the photo was a blow up of the figure?
Yeah, it was the action figure, because I think that was they were giving everyone an idea, like, yeah, this is going to get released on fan channels, like your BBTS, your Dork Side, your Pulse, and Entertainment Earth kind of got the love of it. at the
Right.
con.
Was it life size? Was it a good 6.5 feet?
I mean, no, it was, I don't know, 20 something feet. It was in the air. Like, yeah, it was crazy. I wish I actually got a picture of that, but
that had to be the biggest.
Before we get too far into cons,
Yeah.
let's talk about cons.
There's a Comic-Con or a toy show. What's on your mind? Wants to know? Tell Mike, Mark, and Joe. Community Calendar.
Can you imagine the size of that chest cut on a 20-foot tall Sergeant Slaughter toy?
Would
is it safe now? Is it safe?
Safe now.
It's never safe.
I always hit you.
I didn't have a chance to try and fix that this week, so I wanted to get everybody by surprise.
This week, after what, 3 months of it?
Look,
that loud.
nobody tells me these things, so I don't know. It's fine to me.
Is it
It's
loud?
still real to me, damn it.
I was this was not the week for me to be making changes to the material. So so I just wanted to catch everybody who complained about it by surprise.
Oh man, you got me.
Because I'm kind of a dick. Anyways.
I don't think it's that loud.
I thought you hated it, Joe.
Oh, I hate it. Those are two very different
It's terrible.
arguments.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with the volume. Yeah, that's nothing at all.
Just fucking hate it.
Up first, hey, this week's Terrificon, all the way out in the Mohegan Sun Expo Center in Connecticut. Tickets are, I would presume you could get them at the door. I don't know. You'd have to go to terrificon.com and find out. You can see that guest list there. It is star-studded. The ones in red, those are our G.I. Joe folks.
Yeah.
Michael Bell, Jerry Conway, Francois Chow, Dan Gilvezen, Larry Hama, Adrian Palicki, Jim Shooter, Keone Young, and many more.
Adrian Palicki must be hard up from not working on Orville anymore because she's doing this con. She doesn't seem too friendly. I worked with her a whole season on that show. So surprised she'd want to meet fans.
She's not nice.
Terrific.
I won't say she's mean. She just keeps to herself.
All right.
She's got anxiety or
She's got things to do, I'm sure.
She may just be introverted. Whatever.
It's okay.
She's got that Lady J thing coming up.
There's a good 100 guests at Terrificon, so it's a big
Larry Hama. That's the key.
Eisner Award winning.
No, Eisner Hall of Fame.
Same difference.
No, but
well, yeah, one's better than the other.
One's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, both are awesome, but one's awesome forever.
Yeah.
Well, they're both awesome forever. Anyways.
Hey, you said it.
Terrificon. Go if you're in Connecticut. Go.
Wait. Oh, that's in New England. Oh yeah. Mohegan Sun. Cool.
Yeah, kind of more just outside the New York tri-state area.
Mm-hmm. Little far from New Bedford, but yeah.
We don't care about them.
That's not nice.
Anyways.
It's the whaling capital of the world. The 1800s.
Wait, you're talking about New Bedford? That's where I'm from, dude.
I know.
He's like, we don't care about you.
No, that's why I pumped it up. Whaling capital of the world.
It's in Moby Dick. Some great chowder there. Best chowder in the world.
To be clear, that's not a swear jar. That's the actual title of the book.
It is. Moby Swear Jar. I'll Venmo you.
Could be a good show. A lot of money raised.
Also this weekend, just up the road for me in Louisville, Kentucky. It's Mark's favorite website. It's the 9th annual Kentuckiana G.I. Joe Toy Expo at the Hilton Garden Inn Louisville Airport. Not the one in town, the nice one out by the airport. Be sure to visit kygijoe.com for more information.
Yes. Slide on over.
Slide on in.
That's Coach K. Coach Kville.
No,
that's where's University of Kentucky? That's University of Louisville.
Yeah.
That's like Purvis Ellison.
Yeah.
There you go.
UK is in Lexington, other side.
Yeah, there you go. My sister just got into the University of Connecticut, but she's old, so she's going for like her 100th degree.
Oh, that's good.
Congratulations to my sister.
So you're both collectors then.
Yeah, she collects degrees. I collect this.
Hey, if that website doesn't load for you, just keep hitting it over and over and over again.
Exactly.
It's spring loaded.
It is.
Tell the fans love us for this one. Next week that slide will finally pull out of there. Maybe.
I hope so.
Maybe I'll just start plugging next year's. Maybe
the website will stay up all year. Who knows?
And again, this weekend on Sunday, July 31st, it's Toy Palooza. Is it Toy Palooza, Toy-A-Palooza? I don't know.
Toy Palooza.
Because Toy Palooza is on the thing, but then the site Toy-A-Palooza Toy Show. So I don't know. But that's at the Pittsburgh Indoor Sports Complex. Lots of Pittsburgh, the indoor lacrosse capital of the world. I don't know. I'm not sure. I might be making that up.
Cheswick.
But yes, in Cheswick, Pennsylvania, just in the Pittsburgh area, as the king of Pittsburgh, Matt Rubin, has informed us.
Hi, Matt.
Matt Rubin, will you be at Toy Palooza this week? Let us know in the chat.
Rob has a good point.
If your website stays up for longer than 4 hours, consult him. So Matt Rubin is not going to Toy Palooza. Thanks, Matt. Way to plug the show.
That's one of the great cut scenes of all time. I don't think it made it to the theatrical version. In 40-year-old version, the main guy calls the Viagra hotline to complain about more than 4 hours, and he talks to somebody for like 10 minutes, and then at the end of it, he's like, "Oh no, I didn't take the pill." Hello? Hello?
Is this thing on? Anyways.
Wow.
So that's community calendar. Not a lot going on. Folks try to stay away from San Diego Comic-Con. We should have some different entries coming up. And of course, if there's any show that you want to see in community calendar, if you're trying to pump up and help them draw some gate, send it on over to us at whatsonjoemind@gmail.com.
Do you feel like Comic-Con is like the end of con season? Like for a while before New York and all that?
No.
I know you would know better than anybody else, right? So
No. Dragon Con is like,
that's a big one.
yeah, it's like 100,000 people every day. They close down downtown and have a parade.
Wow. Is that bigger? That's bigger than Comic-Con then.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Crazy.
It's five host hotels and the streets. And an entire building just for vendors and artists.
It's we're in that part of the year where Joe Colton tries to pump up Dragon Con again. It's the end of San Diego, which means she's going to try and sell Dragon Con now.
Oh, I don't want people going. Pack that.
All right, then.
San Diego's a different type of con for me when I go. Like it's not as much like I'll pick a day or times that I'll cosplay, and then it's just shop. And it's an expensive con. Not that other cons are not expensive, but it's like New York Comic Con is the same way for me, where I'm just like, I will cosplay maybe on a Thursday or Friday, and then Saturday and Sunday is my like exclusive battle, like elbowing children out of the way and like smashing people's faces to get out of the way so I can get
Can we actually talk about that? Because I didn't know. Mike, were you going to bring up the whole QR code exclusive situation? Because I'd love to talk about that right now, since we're talking about Comic-Con.
Well, no. Well, we'll get to the Comic-Con stuff.
We are. Okay. I didn't get like an outline, so I don't know what the hell we're talking about.
Oh,
I told you we would do the news, and then we would do your segment in the news at the end.
All right, cool. We're still newsing.
Like we do on every other show. The ones
still newsing for a bruising. I got you.
We haven't got
special. Why you gotta be like that?
You know, AEW Rampage is on in like 20. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, I can tell you what happens.
Oh, yeah. What happens? John Moxley beats somebody up. Jericho comes out and blades in front of the camera.
Blades openly. No,
What
wait, the Young Bucks are going to defend their tag titles against FTR with all the gold on the line. Oh, wait.
Oh, wait. Swerve.
No, they're going to dump those belts so they don't have to do the job.
Hey, look, I wore this shirt for you, man. Jim
Nice.
Cornette.
Those are my. I got to tell you, that's the best EVP tag team I've ever seen in my life.
This was a Comic-Con shirt from the before days.
I actually don't mind the shirt.
It's pretty. Jim Cornette tell you guys are gonna kill the business.
If you like that Young Bucks match, it'll be on again next week.
Ryan, my dude, one of my besties. What a jerk.
There you go.
What a jerk.
It would be nice if they did have a layout for a match beside. I think they do a good job at pay-per-views, but that's it. Like
they can adjust to any style.
They don't bring anything new to the table for weekly television, which is a shame.
Yeah, they don't need to.
That's when a lot of fans is the only time they see them.
I will agree with this. FTR is the best tag team in the world right now. Period.
Absolutely.
If you got to go find that, if you can find it on that ROH against the Briscoes, the second one, the one from the weekend, unbelievable, uncrazy.
I would believe. I haven't seen it yet, but I would. I would.
Best of three falls. Yeah, go see it.
But yeah, it's time for the news. First news item. Hey, it's Operation Recall. We've got our plug up there again. Go watch Special Edition 77 if you need to know more of the details. But we'll unlock both 2 figures, Clanker and Tank and Midnight Ops Fratello, at $240,000 in the pledge bank. We are very close to that now, actually. Going over to Kickstarter right the moment. Tally board total. Drum roll, please. Almost exactly 8 days remaining. We are at $232,167.
They're getting there.
643 backers. Good momentum on this thing for those dead middle weeks. So you know how Kickstarters are always big at the beginning and then big at the end. Operation Recall's had some pretty good momentum going through. A couple of big days right as everybody was getting home from Comic-Con.
Yeah, I asked Carson to push it back because of the Hiss tank. I bought 2. Comic-Con was insane. And then now this, like my bank account is just going to flood. It's going to be gone. Thanks, 3D Joes. No, but I'm all about it. It's great.
I gave it a little bump this week, got back in because I want to get 3 of any True Builder. So I augmented my initial order with, what they've unlocked since. So, but yeah, they'll hit 240. Absolutely. Too much momentum.
They'll hit 300K, I think, when it's all said and done, at least.
Hope so.
They'll hit 240 by the end of the weekend, I think.
Yeah. I
mean, they're 232.
How many days left?
It is. We just flipped over to 8 days, so just over a week. We will have this on again next week as we come down the stretch. I know Carson has something special planned for closing night on Sunday. It's not with us. I tried, but
it's not with us either. Don't worry.
No, he went big time for the closing. So we'll be sure to plug that when word is spread.
Yeah, he went big time for the opening too. Let's be honest.
Well, absolutely. I mean, you don't go bigger time than this.
That's it.
We are the Kickstarter makers.
Hey, he went pretty big in the second weekend.
That's true too.
I guess there was some momentum there.
All right.
Anyways, unlocked. We see the 5 names that were there at the beginning: Ritello, Breacher, and Falcon, Cadavers, Damselfly, Sol Eagle, Guerrero. We have unlocked Los
Castigadores.
Thank you. Had 150,000. We've unlocked at 180,000. Bear Claw got knocked out this week at 210,000. And again, Clanker and Tank at 240 and Midnight Ops Ritello at 240. We need to get them over into that green column. More names we get into that green column, the better this is going to be if you got an all-in pledge.
How far do you think they're going to go?
330.
We got Great
Fight.
330. 3:30 because I created my own version of Night Raid, and I think it's better, so that's when it stops. He already knows. I've fucked with him so many times. He's probably annoyed by me by now. But
We got the Great White at 270. We got Bengal at 300. We got the Unknown at 330.
those are cool. The
Night Raid and Ozzy at 360. Lilith at 390. Alpha Dog, the Fighting CB at 420. Runback and Pack Dog at 450. Sunder at 480, and then an unrevealed bonus unlock also at 480K. And I can't help but think that is still within reach, but it's not about the folks who are seeing this, right? Like everybody who sees this, we've been singing the praises of for weeks now. We need to keep spreading the word. We need to make sure that this is getting in front of the eyes of people that wouldn't know about it otherwise. So take your opportunities to share the Kickstarter for Operation Recall in all of your toy circles.
Honcho.
Yeah.
Have you tried to think? We don't want to say it out loud. We don't want to piss off our friend Carson, but have you tried to think as a brand manager who the bonus unlock is? Maybe trying to think of figures that Hasbro no longer owns, that because he said it's so big, it's got to be like someone we're familiar with. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't want to piss him off.
I haven't thought of it because I really don't think he's trying to grab something Hasbro lost, right? Like, and no offense to Bobby Valla, but that's what Bobby was after a little bit, right?
A little with Steel Brigade
at the beginning, right? Having the name and then getting Steel Brigade because it's closest to his heart, and then nabbing Sergeant Slaughter as kind of the ringing bell of the announcement of his action force. But I don't think that's where Carson's trying to get.
Or do you say he's building it up like almost like Tony Khan does weekly? No, but he's saying like it's
so
gonna
it won't make sense.
Yeah, it's gonna blow your mind. So could it be a vehicle then? It's got to be something like, it can't be one of the fan ones though. It's got to be something crazy.
Yeah, I think that's possible. It might be a ring that doesn't explode. I mean, I don't know, but no, I don't believe he would pub it unless he was, completely sold on the idea that it would blow everybody's mind.
The only one I could think of though is the fridge. Maybe it's the fridge. Because
one thing about
in the fridge,
it's one truth about, and it's sad to say, the fridge actually needs money, right? He is on hard times.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sure that if someone wanted to, he'd be down for a figure somewhere. The thing with the fridge, it's a sad story, is that he's fallen on hard times. He's not, I mean, he's in really bad physical shape, last I heard. And you want to be able to bring the guy out at a convention, right? Or do soundbite clips with him and stuff like that. And I think people have been wary of the visual of Refrigerator Perry for a while now, which is, I don't know if that's fair or unfair. It's a shame. But it, kind of is what it is.
So the comment here that we were getting to regarding Option Recall, Carson has announced that any money raised during Backer Kit will still go to unlocks. Absolutely true. However, this is still also the time when visibility is the best, when the ability to get this out to the masses is at its best. You're going to do a lot better with a Kickstarter than you are with a Backer Kit in regards to publicity. So get it out there. The more that gets raised now, the less work has to be done later.
Absolutely. Mike, do we get charged when the Kickstarter is over or when the Backer Kit is over?
Whatever you pledge to the Kickstarter will be collected when the Kickstarter ends. And the Backer Kit will allow you to add.
That face.
That'll get anything you pledge after that will be collected by Backer Kit.
Carson's lucky. I love him.
That's it. Now Travis has to go in about 15 minutes to donate plasma.
Right.
Damn, watch Rampage.
An extra shift at the car wash.
Do it at the same time. It's fine. I'm trying not, because I love how inventive it is and the different kinds of creators you got here. I'm trying not to be biased against, because the one cyborg-legged ninja in the G.I. Joe mythos is my least favorite character ever, Billy. So I'm trying to be on board, like this will replace Billy completely in my universe.
We'll scrub him from existence.
So yeah, and then I love the character. but every time I look at the name or hear the name Saul Eagle Guerrero, I think of the Forrest Whitaker character from Rogue One, who was Saw Gerrera. And I'm like, is this guy going to come like creeping towards me and breathing out of his mask and looking at me with one eye? Like, I'm trying to get over my own personal biases against.
But Mark, as
against
wrestling
this guy.
fans, that's the winner though. Soul Ego,
Yeah,
and the guy, all these guys making this and kids and whatever, they're freaking nice people. Like I've already been Facebooking with all of them. They're all cool, man. So this makes it, the money is all worth it, making all their dreams come true.
I dig it. And everyone has their favorites. Mine are Damselfly and Lilith. So let's get Lilith at 390. Here we go.
All right. Next news item.
Not my job.
Hey, it's the Hasbro Pulse HasLab Classified His Tank update.
That cat is so mad.
I love that cat. That cat will never go away. I have to find a place for that cat in every episode.
His butt is on the ground.
It is not.
It's on the It's just
No,
a small head.
he is sitting on the Amazon box.
It's a small head.
They're not crushed. What the hell?
I'm sure there's something in the Amazon box to keep that from happening.
That's not a barrel either. Just saying.
It's absolutely. Stop it. Stop it, you. Don't you ruin that kitty. Don't you try to ruin that kitty.
I wish there was a video of them letting him out of that tank.
Right.
Because he took a couple lives. You just know it.
Or at least a few fingers.
And no court would convict him.
No, not at all. But Classified Series Cobra Hiss currently at 17,455 backers. Still got 17 days to go on that one. Still adding a few dozen a day. We haven't even gotten to the end push on that one. That's gonna be just a crazy number when it's done. We've had time to forget about this in the big picture, and it's got another run in the cycle left for us, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Jeff Butler's got a killer comment over there. Just because I'm an old school 013 Steeler honk.
Ralph W. Perlowski.
That's it.
Nice.
So I got some news on this stuff. I asked Lenny and Emily. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
Sure.
All right, sure. So, yeah, 17. It's been stuck on that for a week. There's not going to, according to them, there's not going to be any more stretch goals. They're happy with. They basically said that the Ron Rudat figure kind of is the final bonus.
Yeah.
You know, it's one of the early ones. And then I asked them about like the ASP or anything like that, like an MMS, and they future-proof everything. So they're ready to make towables for the Hiss, but it's not going to be part of this. Blast effects are going to be compatible with it too, but that's going to come separate and an accessory, whether it comes with items or weapons or figures or whatever, but there are going to be a blast effect, some kind of accessory with blast effects that will work with the Hiss tank, but it's not part of the crowdfund. So there you go.
Yep.
That's good
So
work.
basically what you're saying is they've confirmed everything that we've been telling people for weeks.
That's the job.
My bad.
No, that we've been
I wasted your
we've
time.
been speculating.
Yes. No, we did speculate that there would be no
Well, I'm confirming it, damn it.
further fruit cup. So
And we also, I mean, we championed it basically, right?
Yeah.
It is plenty. There's lots of value there.
oh my god, yes.
Incredible value. Incredible value.
When people are like, "Who we get a fifth figure?" I'm like, "Listen to yourself."
Ridiculous.
I used to get item counts of 4 for a year. You want a fifth figure with this tank? All right.
Yeah. When it comes down to it, the Hiss is like $150 when you add everything up, maybe less.
Like
That's
Stonegate
crazy.
Creations putting it in a nutshell. Future proofing something that's common sense. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, that's basically future.
And Davis asks, Travis, do we get a kitty driver?
That's the $25,000 stretch goal. So throw in those pledges, buy another Hiss.
There you go. You can make it happen. If we prompted kitty driver, that would be the greatest. But that would be fantastic. I would consider my job done, and the show would finish at that point. Anyways, Joe Colton looks on disbelievingly. I wonder why. She's like, no, this asshole likes to hear himself talk.
But the hiss in person, guys, looks amazing. Amazing. It's like you have to see it to believe it. It is. If you're on the fence right now, don't be on the fence. I've seen it. The thing is amazing. It's just, and I saw it all souped up with all the extra stuff, man. Just get it. It's terrific. It's the best thing.
If you got those dollars, spend those dollars.
You got it.
Mm-hmm.
Next news item. Hey, pre-orders are open now for these gentlemen.
Hey, got one.
You know, if you take the average out, there is not a lot of shirt going on in this picture. But that's okay. They don't need it.
One guy's built like a wrestler, and the other one's Sergeant Slaughter.
Right?
I'm going to see if they're sold out. Did you guys check? I think they're sold out on Pulse.
Probably. Just
Maybe
know it.
not. Maybe not.
Again?
Let's see.
I did my Slaughter at Big Bad Toy Store.
Slaughter is available on Pulse, but Mindbender is way gone.
There he goes.
Yeah.
And so is Storm Shadow and Zartan. They're gone too. So yeah.
Okay.
Cool. There you go. Get your Slaughter.
So pre-orders were open, and they're still open on the Sarge. But you had to figure there's going to be a lot more of him. And, you know, keep your eyes open. Maybe there'll be some more Mindbender later.
They're releasing Sarge though to stores after, right? Is that what I heard?
No, it's fan channel. You mean like BBTS, Entertainment Earth, Dorkside, all those stores? Yeah, they're on all those sites right now.
Yeah,
pre-order.
It's open now.
But not the Tarjets and the
No, fan channel.
Yeah, brick and mortars are out.
Question for you guys. How do you feel about, this was a discussion we had on our show. How do you feel about if Dr. Mindbender was a Comic-Con exclusive like that, and then a regular $24.99 Mindbender with like one or two accessories for everyone else? So at least so people going to the con, spending thousands, hundreds of dollars, get something special rather than a QR code that you can post on Facebook and people that don't feel like going to the con can get. How do you guys feel about that?
what would you get? Just a crystal ball in a hand?
I don't know. I'm just saying, like, should there be something special, not specifically for Mindbender, but should there be something special for con goers, like a Comic-Con exclusive, or just some QR code that anyone can basically use?
I never had a problem. We did that, we did con exclusives all the time at McFarlane and at Hasbro too. And as long as you weren't making something that was a collection breaker, right? That a diehard fan, especially San Diego, because you can want to go to San Diego and have the money to go to San Diego and do your best to get a ticket and still not get in, right? Mm-hmm. So as long as you're not making something that's a collection breaker, and I was always a fan of a souped up version at the show and then a stripped down version.
That's what I'm saying.
At regular retail later.
Yeah.
Always fine with that. Because then at least you're not, if you're a diehard collector enough, if it's that important to you, then you'll find a way to get it, or you'll bite the bullet and you'll eBay it. But if you're just, a big collector and you just want a Mindbender, all Mindbender needs is what he came with originally, right? The rest of that's gravy. It doesn't break you.
That's what I'm saying. The extra accessories and the box, the beautiful box, could have been a Comic-Con exclusive. And then you have the regular figure for everyone. So everyone can get a Mindbender. But at least if you're going to the con, and you probably don't go home with it because of all the situations going on with shipments and factory and all that. But at least you could use the QR code that only works for you. You can't post it. You can't share it. You get a QR code. You get your exclusive because you spent all your time, money, and effort to go to the convention. At least you get something different. And you shouldn't be owed something because you're home, right? I don't know. I just wondering how you guys felt.
So I saw a guy try and sell the QR code on eBay for $70. The fucking link for $70.
That's insane.
How dumb do you think we are?
Right. Walmart was selling them, but they came all crumpled up in a bubble mailer.
You couldn't scan it because it was just too mashed up.
I mean,
But it's not a problem. I think the Joe line kind of took a bath back in the 25th anniversary days on those San Diego exclusives. Like, they had some great ones to start with. But then later on in the run, like, the only place you could get Jinx was at San Diego. The only place you could get Zorana was at San Diego.
Yeah.
And that's a mistake when you don't make those figures available in some form to the public. Like, not only were they doing a convention exclusive version of those figures, but the regular versions were also convention exclusives.
That's bullshit.
I mean, that was just garbage, right?
Yeah, that's terrible.
So,
But internally, they loved those. They talked them up forever. What about when we did single pack figures? Those sold great. They didn't take up much room. A lot of profit.
Yeah.
Angry fan base, frustrated collectors.
Right.
What's the downside?
But I do like the QR code as far as not having to win a lottery, run to the floor during COVID and wait in line for 3 hours. Like, I got on preview night, I got to the Mattel booth for this. Oh, there goes my gung ho. This bad boy was an exclusive, and then that He-Man 2-pack. And I was there at 6:01, and the line was capped for the night at 6:01 because they let all the people that camped out, aka eBay scalpers, that were there at noon or 10. They got in at like 5:45 on preview night, so they were already there. My buddy was working for Mattel. My buddy works for WWE. My other buddy works for WWE, and they still couldn't hook me up because they were so strict. Mattel with exclusive. So I kind of like the QR code, not having to deal with all that madness on preview night. So I'm kind of conflicted, you know?
No, I like that a heck of a lot better than making people stand in line.
Yep.
But
I also like it better than the newer.
Matt Rubin asks, do you think they will change the deco for a general release Mindbender? Paint apps being the same between the two would lower the exclusiveness, wouldn't it? And I think, yes, there will be some, at least small changes.
Yeah, kind of like what they're doing with the Walmart guys, right now. A little bit here and there.
Like, you didn't need paint app changes on the Zartan because it was, one changes color and one doesn't.
Here's kind of the trick, though. Mindbender is not a hot figure on his own, I don't think, compared to some of the other guys they have coming in the pipeline. So what you don't want to do is go, there's so many people who couldn't get it, let's make a ton, right? This is still a one per pack guy. And if that's not enough, that's okay. Because the last thing you need is this guy to be Crystal Ball 2.0, right? Clogging up pegs because he looks weird.
Right. Yeah.
So
but I mean, in fairness to that thinking, you've already got the mold, so you might as well run it again for one.
Oh, yeah. I firmly believe run it. I would just make sure he's one per case.
Yeah, and maybe not a filler figure on future cases.
Yeah.
But Walmart Mindbender won't have all the swag. We prefer to call him Great Value Mindbender. Great Value Mindbender is
great.
Wait till we get Dollar General Hawk. It's going to be amazing.
Mm-hmm. I think they call that the one in the green uniform. Anyways, next news item.
Still not my job.
No,
I was eating.
We caught her trying to eat something.
Waiting for the do.
I did not know that she was trying to eat something until I said next news item, and I see her. Anyway,
it's pistachio,
right? So here's the panel that got everybody talking on Saturday. We couldn't talk a whole lot about it on our last episode because that happened on Friday night.
Power Ranger panel, right?
I think so.
Looks like
but that's a big part of why the gentleman at the bottom of the screen is here with us tonight. He was live and in person and there to relay all the good news
and ask questions
and plug the damn show. And I mean, granted, it was his own show, but whatever. That's fine. That's absolutely fair. We're not mad about that. You should plug your damn show. It's a fine show.
Thank you.
And but first news coming out was that coming in 2023, a Cobra Trouble Bubble and Low Light, and apparently that flight pod's going to have a Televiper with it, which is pretty awesome. We're going to take a moment here. The rest of us will pause out, and we're going to allow Joe Colton to freak out for 30 seconds. So
silent.
Go ahead, finish, swallow, chew, swallow, and now commence.
Still working on it.
All right, still working.
She's putting together the words. She's
Still working.
speechless.
I'm so excited!
There you go. Busted
He's
out
one
already.
of my favorite figures. So
Is
fucking
he-
excited.
Is he number one? If you had one pick of a classified figure to get, is he number one
Oh.
of the ones unannounced, right?
Yeah, of the ones unannounced, yes. Because I don't know what he actually looks like, right? Like,
Well, he'll look like that.
yeah, totally, yeah. He's one of he's my top 5 Joes.
Yeah, he's badass.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm so excited.
Fucking fridge and Joe breaks.
Sorry, guys.
Breaking hearts and breaking speakers.
You know how Diana is with Duke? That's how I am with Lowlight
And red ninjas
and Red Ninjas
and robots.
and robots.
Here's a question though: since they tweaked Spirit's primary military specialty, and he's now sniper.
Mhm.
Will Lowlight on his packaging will it also say also a sniper?
They should stick to the night spotter.
Yeah, a spotter. That's even better. You can spot for Spirit.
I mean, Racktime Rob has the true big question. Does he come with the pre-lost bullet?
He better.
Let's hope the bullet is pre-lost. But keeps that Pursuit of Cobra low light, racking up value over in my storage bin.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Joe, don't assassinate me over this because I think Lowlight's a fantastic character and a fantastic figure too.
If
I
you
never ever thought his weapon was as cool as the figure. I hope he gets something totally different, like the gigantic sniper rifle we gave Shooter, right?
Mhm.
With maybe a couple different rifles, right?
yeah.
But I'd love for him to come with the gigantic bad boy. That'd be awesome. The 100
Mark.
pound rifle.
Mark, now that Spirit is the sniper, Lowlight's going to be a tracker.
Right? He's a shaman. He's a shaman.
Sean,
We can get away with it now.
what if it's version 2 low light where he dyes his hair? What then, Joe Colton?
They have paints that I can use.
It's the 40th anniversary of G.I. Joe. They're just going for V1 on everything. So
Speaking of out of left field, when they were introducing themselves, Emily's bio said favorite O-ring figure, Beachhead version 2.
Uh-huh.
Let's go to our main Beachhead correspondent, Mike Irizarry.
Well,
How do you feel about that?
That's perfectly fine because I don't army build those. So that's great.
Were you afraid that he was going to be in competition with Emily?
Really. I don't need people buying up all the beachheads out there and sending them off to the head of the brand, trying to score points. Shoot, if I come across any version 2 beachheads, I'll send them over to him. Whatever, I don't care. I got one. I'm done. I'm pleased. I'm out.
Was that your original as a kid? Did you have him, or were you out by the time?
Oh, I was out by then. I was old at that point.
Okay.
By the time 93 rolled around, I was well into my teen years.
When you got back in, though, is that one of the first ones you tracked down? Since you were always Beachhead guy.
No, actually, version 2 was quite a bit down the line. Like I got the third version, the 94 one with the yellow vest.
Ooh.
Was the second beachhead type that I got. And then somewhere version 2 is a fairly relatively recent addition to the collection. That's how low he is.
Lenny's favorite was version 2 Snake Eyes, which is one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Okay. Lenny and half the kids in America.
Yeah.
If they're being honest with themselves. But also in the panel, we got to see some digital renderings from some of the other characters that were announced earlier in Yojo June. First up on our run, we got Shipwreck. And
Incredible.
You can see there he's got Polly, he's got a rope, he's got his flintlock pistol like his 85 figure. Excuse me, he's got a belt, he's got a leg holster with a modern sidearm, he's got his grappling hook. And Travis, you were there, man. What's up with that extra hat?
Well, they're doing the Lady J thing. So the hair piece will come off for the hat.
Okay.
And I love it because he looks like Carl Urban as like a Navy SEAL instead of like a silly. I mean, Shipwreck is not. You can't do a modern day Shipwreck the way it was in A Real American Hero. But if you can, it's this one. He looks badass even with the hat. So yeah, it's gonna be you replace the hat and it'll have a hairpiece because the other render they showed in the panel. These were the ones from the Hasbro Pulse Twitter. But in the panel they showed one with just his hair, and it's slick back. It's like long slick back. So you take the hairpiece off, and you'll put the hair with the hat on it.
Okay.
So, yeah, they should have showed the hairpiece in this.
You
they
would
actually
think,
goofed.
right?
Yeah, they goofed. I think
Comes with a toupee then.
Okay, so that's why I was confused. So yeah, he comes like Lady J. He comes with a wig.
Yeah. Do you notice Polly? Something about it?
Offhand,
Peg leg.
Yeah. Oh, a prosthetic pirate leg. Let's be PC.
As long as that doesn't make it harder for him to perch.
It's an amazing touch, but I think a lot of people are mad that it's not articulated, so maybe they'll change it. We'll see.
Yeah, spoiled by freedom.
See, I've always.
But aren't we all?
Yeah, really. I've always felt that's the one thing that if your design of Shipwreck didn't have the sailor hat, it wasn't a good design of Shipwreck. Like you could make him look like anything, but if it didn't have that teacup hat, it's not Shipwreck.
100%, but they made him look badass. Like even with the teacup, he looks mean, angry, awesome. So it's like more of the classified version than some like, oh hey, yeah, I like it. I think it's gonna rock.
I think it's great whenever they give you the option, right? Then you can, whatever you want, you do it. Cool.
He's got the Joker gun too, the Magnum. It's cool.
Joe Self has a good point.
I'm not going back for it. It's too far back.
Fair enough.
Moving on. We've got Rock and Roll, who is paired up with Shipwreck in that first reveal. He's got his helmet. He's got an M60. He's got his ammo vest. He's got another ammo belt for the gun. He's got an ammo wristband, it looks like. He's got a leg holster with a sidearm. He's got a belt with a radio. What's that other leg holster there, Travis? What's that thing?
You know, that's a good find. I didn't even notice. You mean the one that's on the far left, the shin guard there? It looks like for a knife, a blade.
I guess the one that's on his left.
But it's on his left.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's just a pistol, a sidearm.
Okay.
But you mean on his body, to his right? Oh, you mean on his left, looking at
his left leg.
It looks like for a knife.
Yeah, I guess.
Right?
Or bubble gum for Breaker.
There's
like
just
this.
There's just no knife there, so I didn't know quite what it was.
Or ammo clips. I don't know. It's hard to see. I mean, do you see it? Yeah, I don't know. Good find though. I didn't notice.
Sorry. I mean, these are digital renders, so I'm not expecting you to necessarily have answers. But if it was mentioned, you'd know.
Lenny called him the military Viking, so I thought that was just the beard and the look. I really love that modern day. You know, that's definitely military dudes nowadays. If they can grow a beard, they got that going on. So very cool.
I mean, this guy's outstanding. But a common complaint online that I'm a little on board with. There's a lot going on that helmet.
Yeah, but I like how they gave him something similar to what Breaker's got. And I think once you see it, I think when you see it in 3D, in actual plastic, I don't think all those details are necessarily going to jump out at you like it does in the digital render.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, but those same people complaining are spending $30 for a loadout from Gridiron Studios. So
some are.
So shout out to them because not only did they have low light, they had Rock and Roll and Torpedo loadouts within the last few months, and here we are getting the figures with accessories that look really similar. So they're watching us.
Joe Colton, you're going to have to yell. Diana's in the kitchen making lamb burgers.
Lamb!
Oh, no. We've activated Joe.
Anyways.
She's also apparently drinking really good wine.
Andrew Gaugan says that box on his left waist looks like boxed ammo to attach to the M60. That's what I thought, too.
I thought it was for a cell phone now. His iPhone.
It's so he can just put it in there and still go into the movie theater. Anyways, I thought that was funnier than that. My bad.
I liked it. Ha.
Liar.
Breaker doesn't chew Bazooka's bubblegum. Just saying.
Okay. Then Torpedo. I think the star of these first 4 digital renderings that they gave us. But you can see here he's got his harness, he's got his dive goggles and mask, which I'm assuming those are removable.
They are, because they showed a face sculpt with it. Still has the cap, the mask on, but you can, once you take the goggles and the mask, you can see his face. And I think it's looks like African American or Latin. Looks like a different race character. It looks awesome. The face sculpt is incredible. Because I know he's Hawaiian, right? Torpedo.
Right.
So yeah, it could be like a darker skinned Hawaiian. But he looks incredible.
He is very likely a Pacific Islander. Yes.
Yep.
He's got his submachine gun with a removable clip, leg sheath with a knife, leg holster for that harpoon gun, which is awesome.
So cool.
He's got the flippers, and then of course a wrist thingy. What's up with the wrist thingy? Is that just another knife?
I don't even see it.
On the render, it's next to the backpack. And then you can see it on his right arm.
Left of the backpack.
Okay. Man, I should have studied these renders before coming on the show.
It's an
I'm
Apple
like, what the hell? I was just like, yeah, this is me in the panel. Yes. Yeah. Doing the Daniel Bryan like, the whole time. Like, we weren't studying the fucking accessories. We were just hearing the whole.
Look, man.
This is the greatest toy panel in the history of toy panels. We didn't give a fuck about a knife sheath.
Look,
we
man.
were just cheering like we're getting amazing toys. Thank God.
That's fantastic. I'm just saying that this is how you run for 11 years and you launch 1,000 other podcasts as you ask questions about the wrist thingy.
It's a digital underwater clock.
It's an Apple Watch.
Also known as a watch.
Apple Watch Fitbit combo.
It's a Fitbit that is waterproof and he can launch bombs and stuff.
See, cool. Matt Rubin's thinking what I was thinking. They use knives for easy access. But
there you go. Just have Matt Rubin on the show instead of me. He'll answer it all.
Clearly. we got it wrong. We're sorry, Matt Rubin.
Matt's going to be my special guest at Comic-Con next year, and I'll bring him on and I'll just smile while he answers all like the tech shit.
Just have Matt Rubin will be our lead wrist thingy correspondent.
There you go. It's all on the wrist.
That's what's
on his free throws.
That's what's on his business card.
Mark Price, baby.
Pendragon Designs. Next time, clear your mind and pay attention, Moody.
Man, tough crowd.
Rough.
I'm hoping this is just because it's a 2D render, but the massive flatness of the swim fins looks funky to me. Like, it never bothered me on the 3 3/4 figure, but it feels like there should be some ridginess to that.
Yeah, I was thinking.
Otherwise, he's going to look like a duck, isn't he? With big flappy flat feet.
Also, fins have like shape to them.
Yeah.
So.
Again, maybe they're afraid to change it at all, or Nomad's Damon will come and get them all in their sleep.
He's more of a wetsuit guy anyway.
Is he? I thought he was Torpedo to the end.
No, wetsuit.
Oh, okay.
I do have an answer for Pendragon though. As I was in the panel on
when he told you to clear your mind and pay attention.
Yeah, I'm good doing that now.
Okay, my bad.
So in the panel, on the desk, they had a bunch of action figures there. And you know what that means, right? You ask a question, you can probably get one. And most of them are the ones you can order on Pulse now, except for 3 of them. So I was just watching those figures and watching the question line because I wanted, and I was second in line and got a stalker. So plug. I have a stalker review on a Toy Kind of Mood. So there you go. That's why I don't know about the wrist knife gauntlet, because I was so focused on getting this action figure that hardly anybody has. And I got a review now. So there you go. There's my excuse.
That's well played.
I would trade knowing about wrist thingy for a stalker.
Yeah. What was the number 1 draft pick?
Dude,
question guy won?
It looked like a mini-me Brock Lesnar that went for me. He had the cowboy hat. He had the flannel vest. He went up there. I don't even know what he asked. And he grabbed Storm Shadow, which he could have bought at Comic-Con for $25.
That's a rookie move.
Yeah.
There was Stalker.
Greenhorn.
There was Stalker and the Crimson Twins. And when I went up there, I asked them, can I grab both Crimson Twins? And everyone laughed. Of course, I knew the answer, but Stalker was the easy choice, I think.
Pendragon Designs has let you off the hook.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah,
Appreciate
that's
it.
well played.
Thank you, good sir.
Good. Well done. Well done.
Arigato.
I rescind all criticisms. And then, of course, Copperhead, our lone Cobra representative. He's got a harness with the sidearm, goes in the chest holster. He's got a belt sheath for his machete. He's got his leg holster with what I like to call the hand cannon. He's got some Dirty Harry shit going on there.
Mm-hmm.
And he's got some weird armbands. Which I would ask Travis, but
the armbands are from John Cena, but since he's under a contract with Mattel right now, they are kind of like they're working it out. You know, I'm behind closed doors, but I mean, you can't see me anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Right, fair. That Christopher.
Oh wait,
I think that's a dive computer / watch on his wrist on Torpedo.
there you go. Do you think he'll come with a water? Do you think he'll come with a water moccasin? That's the big question there.
Meaning like a little rubber snake, maybe?
No, the freaking vehicle, the ship.
No. And that's my problem with this guy.
No.
I have a problem with Copperhead, but
Who wants Copperhead without a moccasin?
that's it.
See, when I was a kid, I played with Copperhead all the time without the moccasin. He was
Why?
a big part of things, man. He was this big muscle guy. Used to go out there and slug it out with roadblocks, slug it out with gung ho.
Same problem I have with Cover Girl. As you know, cool
No
character.
Wolverine.
I don't need it without tank. Sorry.
Put it all on Pulse. There you go, made to order. And they don't have to worry about it.
I guess the bummer of it is, it feels like a water moccasin or maybe even the Wolverine are vehicles that are possible at some point, right? Like, I know we're not getting anything bigger than a Mobat ever. So,
Mark,
fine. Yeah.
Honcho, that was my question in line. I said, you have the hiss, you have the coil and the ram. What about the stuff in the middle that is accessible for 1/12 scale? And I got Lenny was about to answer, and Emily, we can't talk about future products. So I got a Stalker out of it.
Yeah, no, I dig your Stalker play.
I mean, it's worth getting shut down to get Stalker early. Stalker's awesome.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Thank you.
And then, of course, the last two carded from the retro classified Walmart line. We got a Crimson Guard and we got Snake Eyes. That Snake Eyes has a sale in me. I don't understand the Crimson Guardsman here. I don't.
Bright cherry red and silver instead of like a gray. It's
it's
more a Real American Hero than, you know.
But Real American Hero Crimson Guardsman had a black faceplate.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, I don't know. They made it shiny. It looks really nice in person. And the gun's realistic. So
yeah, it doesn't look bad. I just don't understand.
Yeah.
I just thought it may be better choices.
He could be your captain of the Crimson Guards. You buy 2 of the regular ones, and then you get one of those, and you have the bright one in the middle, telling the other guys what to do. I don't know. I think it's cool.
I think the red's really off.
But
But again, it might look totally different when it's in hand.
I'm going to get 2 Snake Eyes, none from Walmart, because I want to keep one on the card.
Yep.
Okay, the CG is cartoon accurate. I mean, sort of. I thought they had black faceplates.
Boom.
Cartoon accurate is what another full company is licensing from this brand, right? So maybe you should stay in your lane. Just saying.
Gray Fox 00700. Hello, I may or may not be late. Yeah, that's both options.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us all the same. But yeah, I don't necessarily get the CG there, but whatever.
The snake eyes didn't come with those flash grenades either, right? Back in the day, came with everything else pretty much.
Yeah, I don't think so, but that.
Yeah, so that's an addition. Yeah,
I know it's a new head sculpt too, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Like that's really they're going to get $25 out of me for the plastic head, but it seems like, that's pretty awesome. That is a very ultimate type, definitive looking version 1 Snake Eyes.
Yeah.
I'm starting to kit bash the rest of my Snake Eyes and just having a couple definitive ones and then just kind of making custom ones out of his other bodies. So I don't have 12 Snake Eyes running around.
Right.
All pointing at each other.
Right. The same guy.
That Fortnite guy pointing all his weird weapons around.
That chest cut on the Crimson Guard's friggin' terrible. It looks worse on some figures than others. Like on Snake Eyes, you barely notice it with the straps.
Because it's
and all
black
that,
and the other one's shiny cherry red.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it doesn't, that's not my fault. Make a better toy.
Every chest cut ever is your fault.
Some are worse than others. This was pretty bad.
It's not Walter level.
Storm Shadows is bad. No, there was that, I think it was one of the AEW Kenny Omega figures had one so bad it cast a shadow on the lower torso. I'm like, oh.
They're trying to simulate all the injuries he had before he went on.
Yeah, when
don't talk shit about my favorite wrestler.
When he sprained his torso.
He's out right now with about 47 injuries, so they're trying to show that.
Careful.
Look, he is out with 47 injuries. Come on.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong.
He'll be back soon.
I miss him so much.
He's working on the video game.
You like him or you don't like him. I'm impressed with his ability to work under those circumstances.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Firefly says, to the honcho, actually kind of disappointed after buying into the Ultimates pretty big that Hasbro has decided to eat their lunch with cartoon figures and classified.
Yeah. You know who else probably isn't real wild about it?
Super 7.
Super 7. Right? That was their thing. So let them have it.
Right. I mean, I guess their thing gets to be 7-inch tall figures and 3 3/4 5-point of articulation figures.
I guess. But
almost.
They make some good Thundercats though, because they're the only people who have them. but they're pretty great, So I'll give Super 7 that, but I'm staying away from the Joes.
Super 7 is they're doing good work with what they do. It's just they're allowed to do almost but not quite compatible G.I. Joe figures.
Yeah.
I mean,
not compatible means no.
They had to know that that's what they were getting into. They're doing decent business.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It's just like the thing with the bat, right? When they were the first ones to show us a classified or bigger style bat. And I said, this is a great pull. I don't know why Hasbro hasn't done a bat yet. And then Hasbro dropped a bat a
week
months
later.
Right? That was half the price and 6/7 the size, right?
And so good, Joe Colton bought 9 of them.
That's right.
But guys, Super 7 makes nice socks.
I'm not ripping Super 7. If Hasbro said, cool, you can make your cartoon bat, but just know that we have our own coming out, and they went, fine, we're cool with that. Okay.
They should just make clothes.
Not doing the job.
Oh.
They should just make clothes. Super 7 should just stick to clothes. Look at this shirt. Don't make figures anymore. Just make clothes. They're awesome.
Hold on, I'm checking out a dating site.
Right.
Can you ban all that and rack time, Rob?
I cannot.
Because I can.
Yeah, but you're really good at banning rack time, Rob.
I just carpet bombed him.
So Cornelius McGillicuddy asks, why is Hasbro cherry picking which licenses they're willing to pay for? They said Northrop Grumman is for the use of the Tomcat, so why not pay the Marines for the use of the EGA? Yeah.
I mean, Grumman they used for the Transformers Maverick fig.
Yeah, it's possible that the Marines weren't selling.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to throw that out there. The Marines might have just said, "Hey, we appreciate G.I. Joe, but we don't feel right putting our logo on toys anymore." Hey, you know what? I can respect that.
It's altogether possible. The trick on that is if you got a no on using the EGA, either too expensive or they didn't want to play ball, there were other options for gung ho. So I know that's the iconic look, but if you can't get the tattoo right, it's not the iconic look anymore.
Well, also, I mean, would you rather pay for Sky Striker and that Tomcat or just gung ho? Like, you know, look at the priorities there. You got the more expensive, bigger selling items, but he is pretty badass. It's the best of the bunch.
That he is.
That's not his gun. That's a master key. But yeah,
it's okay. We'll get to him in a second.
All right, sorry.
You're good.
I'm excited. I'm on What's on Joe Mind, baby. Woo!
A step that many aspire to, but few achieve.
That's
actually,
right.
If you hang around long enough, we probably get to you.
You hang around during a pandemic.
we're not overly choosy. Anyways, so then of course the one that got everybody buzzing, and you saw him in our thumbnail, and we're gonna get out for another 30 seconds so Joe Colton can freak out again.
Just a little bit.
Go ahead.
A little bit. I can't. I'm like blasting everyone's ears. It's great.
Oh, no, it's go for it. All right. See that we're giving you time. We're warning everybody. That's being responsible and
Joe,
letting you have your joy.
Now, oh boy, this almost came off as mansplaining, but it's a lead. It's a layup. Do you know what all the vents on the front of the air chariot are for?
Yes.
What are they for, Joe?
Air conditioning. So
that costume is what?
Out.
That costume is what?
Very hot.
Really, really hot. Yes.
And very layered.
Yes. Especially with long hair. Wait, did you have in your Serpentris, is your hair up or is it just straight down the back?
It didn't matter.
Either way, it was miserable.
Yeah, because the cape is double lined. Because the inside is gold and the outside is green. And I like to be accurate.
Not on this figure.
Not on this figure.
Actually, that's why I need a single pack mind bender so I can bogart that cape and put it on my Serpentor, just like my old 3 3/4 one.
Anyways, Serpentor, Travis, they corrected PulseCon exclusive there.
It is a PulseCon exclusive. When is that? September. I got the dates wrong, I think, on my show. Was it September 22nd or September 2nd? Do you know?
I think 22nd.
22nd.
Yeah, it's October 1st. I don't know. Something like that. I don't know. 28th to the 1st. That sounds better.
It's after Labor Day.
Yeah. Okay. PulseCon exclusive. Yeah. So.
And we should get to see he's got similar packaging to Mindbender. So very much a second part of a set, if you will. And that's keeping up with the themes of the lore, certainly.
Mm-hmm.
The honcho, do you like the callback?
Yeah. But what's actually piqued my interest here, and I hadn't thought about it before, that's assembly required on that vehicle, I'm pretty sure.
It would have to be if it's coming.
It's got to be all in pieces in there, right?
Yes.
So none of the vehicles have been assembly required before, right? Because they had the plastic window. They had to show them off assembled.
And bigger box. So
smaller box, less factory assembly. I don't say much cheaper, but they're saving some money on this, which is, and this is not everybody assumes it's a Hasbro dig. It's not a Hasbro dig. Maybe it actually opens the door for vehicles a little bit more moving forward if you can actually do them as assembly required. And if you're an old school Joe fan and that's who the line is targeted towards, do you have any problem assembling your vehicles?
No.
That was part of the fun.
Did Travis, did they give any kind of indication as to what price point is on this bad boy?
No.
Okay. Do we want to wager a guess on what price point will be on this bad boy?
$59.99, maybe $74.99.
I think it should be $59.99. We'll see what it actually is.
I think it'll be closer to that 70 mark.
Yeah.
Yeah, you figured Mindbender's what, 44? Then you add the Chariot, another 20 or 30 bucks. There you go.
Depends on the tooling as well.
Mm-hmm. That's the 25th anniversary, right? Right there.
Or made up that way, sure. He's got the Cobra backpack head thing, right?
Mm-hmm. It attaches, yeah.
Oh, does it? All right.
Yeah, you can see it there.
Is
He's
a
got
collar now?
The 50 cals on there are really cool. The ammo feed, so they're not afraid of real guns anymore. So that's cool.
But yeah, Rack Time Rob and I were talking last night, and we kind of settled in on that $60 range.
Mm-hmm.
So, $1, Bob.
There we go. Dun, 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 dun.
And we're demonetized.
No, 6 seconds early.
That's not a thing, Mark. It's not a thing.
It totally is.
No, that's urban legend.
Steamboat Willie.
So at the booth,
Steamboat Willie is public domain now.
Well, now he is, but he
year.
wasn't back then when he was changing tunes every 5.5 seconds.
Anyway, you were saying, Travis.
oh no, I'm sorry. I'm just saying at the booth they had him all set up on the chariot. So man, he looks cool with like the whole setup with the the staff, and then he also the wrist gauntlet, kind of a shredder type deal. And he's badass. I know some people are not fans of the puffed out chest, but as Serpentor, you want to look as intimidating as possible. And then the face scan on there is just tremendous. I think. I don't know. I think
How's that
between
head size, is it
What
like
was that?
narrow? His head, is it narrow, or does it just look like that?
No, it's not. It's pretty wide. That's a bad. That shot doesn't justify it.
Uh-huh.
But I was just gonna say, I think the classified booth is on the outside of Hasbro, which is it's not. You didn't have to dig into Hasbro to see it. This was the first thing you were gonna see was G.I. Joe. So that's a sign too that it's the hottest product they have. That's above Marvel, Star Wars, and Transformers. And between the Hiss and Serpentor, people who don't even know what G.I. Joe was, I know they stopped to take a look at the Hiss. And these were eye openers at that booth. So they had it all planned. They had to have. It was great.
Diana Davis is well into that bottle of wine.
Yes. Or box.
Or box. Whatever. We
Why
ain't
are you judging? Don't judge her.
Cheers, Diana.
not judging at
My
all.
girl.
Not judging at all. I'm just saying that she's having a good night.
Lamb burgers and
snake nipples and wine.
Yep.
Yeah,
She had Joe at Lamb. Let's be honest. Come on.
But that's it for the slideshow. Travis, what was talked about during this thing that we didn't cover, man? Fill in the gaps. Talk to us about the experience.
Well, you guys did a great job covering almost everything. I mean, everything else is questions to the team that Emily jumps in. And I love Emily. She's so nice. But her job is to be Lenny's tamer. Because Lenny Panzica is the coolest person. He's amazing. I can't wait to get down to Providence and meet him and hang out. I know they're in Pawtucket, whatever, it's 10 minutes away. But he'll tell you anything. And if she's not, so she has to be around to watch him, because otherwise I'll know the next 4 waves. I'll know the next 3 vehicles. Like I can't say enough about Lenny. He's so there. The whole team though, Emily is really that's her job, to make sure he doesn't spoil the whole line.
Lenny Wrangler.
Yeah. But no, they're both cool, but I don't know. That's a tough, vague question. I'd have to think about some specifics. I mean, I know some stuff, but I don't know if I should say it. So, I don't know. I gotta think about it.
What if there were things that were revealed to you in confidence? We don't need to hear about them.
Yeah, thank you.
Asking to betray that confidence.
There was a couple.
I was talking about the panel. So if there's anything that we didn't get from the panel, you got it. This is it. This is the time.
I mean, you guys nailed it. It was that's what they do their the 2 figures that they just name, which you went over. We never really went over the Trouble Bubble though with the what was it with the Techno Viper? We should talk about that.
Televiper,
right?
wasn't it?
Was it Televiper, right? Is that what I said? What did I say?
Televiper,
Techno Viper?
Yeah, I got confused, but I'm going on, just on what somebody got through a squint of a fuzzy photo. So
it is the Techno Viper, not the Televiper.
Okay. Oh, see, right there.
Do I want to confirm that? I got
Pretty
it.
sure it's the Televiper.
Let's see here. No, it's the purple one. Isn't that the Techno one?
Purple is Techno, but everything.
Yeah, and it's the purple one. It's Techno Viper. Let me see if I got my notes in front of me from the panel. crap. Where the hell is it? Someone talk while I do this.
Everything I saw coming out of it said Televiper.
Yeah, same here. But
Which is-
anyways,
well, he does have.
Yeah,
some
sorry. Yeah, Televiper. Yeah, there's Matt correcting me for the 9th time. He'll be on next week on a What's on Joe Mind. Book it. Book it.
that's why I got him.
Now, when you said purple one, Techno Viper is almost all.
I
Purple.
thought it was
Silver.
purple in the thing. In the
Televiper has
A
a
good
decent amount of purple on him. Yeah, but it's
Yeah,
more blue
yeah.
than purple, but he's more associated with that vehicle.
Yeah, it's
More
the
so.
Televiper.
Torpedo
It's been a big week.
Torpedo Mike asked, did Jada Toys or Jazzwares have a presence at Comic-Con? And if so, any more G.I. Joe items in their mini vehicle lines?
That's no.
Okay. All right. Easy answer there. Televiper.
Oh, what's the cost? What do you think the cost is of the Trouble Bubble with the Televiper?
I think it's 50.
Yeah.
Figures have gone up to 25. Televiper and Bubble has a little more going on than the coil cycle. Maybe even a little more than the Ram. So,
$54.99.
yeah, somewhere right around there.
It's gonna be hard to build. It's expensive.
If you want to save money on it, though, here's a tip: pre-order it from Target, and they won't charge you when they don't send it to you.
Don't they charge you right away anyway? It just keeps coming out of your bank account every week. It just like appears, disappears, appears. Yeah. Target's the worst.
That's a
Target's on
help
Target.
from Uncle Mark. Oh, goodness. Andrew Galgan asked, were there pipeline reveals as well?
That
Yeah.
was low light in the Trouble Bubble. Those were your pipeline reveals.
That was your pipeline reveals.
Yeah. They do 2 every time. Yeah.
Yes. So we are getting up there in time. So why don't we go ahead and move into what we got in this week? Travis, you're our guest. Why don't you go first?
All right. Well, this is not mine, but this is this is my roommates, and this is the commotion going on. This is almost every single person that's ordered a retro classified from Walmart as we've gotten figures worse than this. And hell, mine was in a box with bubble wrap and it was horrible, but I took it out. But yeah, anyway, man, this is the real gung ho. Make the other one some crazy new character, have fun with it, because this is the one.
Yeah, that's so much better.
And 2 more things. I'm trying to sell it. No one wants it because G.I. Joe fans are cheap and don't buy Funko, but Serpent or Comic-Con exclusive.
I don't know if cheap has to do with that so much as Funko Pops are terrible.
And this is the best thing ever. No holds barred. We're 80s wrestling fans, right? This is the coolest exclusive.
That is beautiful.
I liked how you said you got that and the He-Man 2-pack, and I'm like, yo, that looks like a He-Man 2-pack right there.
Well, I had to order the He-Man 2-pack because I couldn't get in the line, and then my buddy working at Mattel was able to snag one of these for me for, I paid him because he worked it, but he couldn't get me a Masters. But yeah, this is just a great set.
Wasn't Zeus a lot taller than Hogan though?
You guys keep talking about that. I will be right back. I have to refresh this real quick, so bear with me.
I'm digging the face-to-face on Tiny Lister and Hogan there. But Tiny Lister was a lot taller than Hogan, I think.
Yeah, because Hogan is booked as 6'8", but he's what, 6'4"?
So yeah, something like that.
Tiny Lister's probably about 6'6", though. He's probably I think that's accurate. I'd say he's about 2 inches taller. I don't think he was any more than 6'6".
Man, he was a terrible wrestler.
Yeah, but
Whoa.
back then you didn't have to be a good wrestler. What was that, Joe?
I thought it was taller than that.
You didn't have to be a good wrestler in the 80s.
I love the Z on his head. He's rock solid.
Yeah, this box set is just. I'm
That's
just gonna do an unboxing. Take over the.
Are
show.
those actual ropes on the back, or is that just printed?
No, it's just the box, but it's like,
It looks great.
Oh, it looks good.
isn't
Yeah.
that cool? This is just. I don't know. Go ahead. You guys can show your stuff.
No,
Oh yeah, here you go. It's got all this,
bonus hands,
Oh.
if I get-
and that's just Hogan's.
yeah, let
What's
me
the-
get you the big screen here.
What's the running cost on that at the show?
70, I think.
Not
70.
bad. Those are a
No,
lot of
because you
stuff.
figured, you figured $30 a piece and $10 for the packaging. I think that's fair.
That's great. That's very good.
You know what? You cannot watch this movie anywhere. I tried. It's not on any streaming service. You have to find a VHS tape on eBay or something.
Mm.
They should have given us like a digital code to watch it or something. Cannot watch this movie. That might be a good thing.
Yeah, right.
Anyway, I'm done with my swag. So,
All right. Hey, look, man,
Thank
you're the one who went to the big show. We're
Yeah, dude.
trying to give you
That's
some
like-
space to let that breathe.
well, I was showing off all that Super 7 stuff, but it's all right. I think I interfered with your brother's porn comment or something. What were you guys talking about? Dating site? What was it?
No,
But
no,
this is-
we got a bot. So
Oh, okay.
Oh,
But
I love that.
so yeah, Super 7, I was saying, makes better clothes than figures. And they should just
That's cool.
I think their figures are great in
But
person.
if I buy
they're
one more T-shirt, Wes is gonna kill me.
But yeah, they had the what was it? The Cobra Command Recruitment Center was a lot of fun. And
That's cool.
Mark, are you familiar with the Wrestling Figures podcast? Like Matt Cardona and Hawkins?
Mm-hmm.
They showed up when we were there, and they just walked in, made a presence, and left. They didn't buy anything at all.
Like that. Didn't have $300 for a Firefly jacket.
Yeah, it was $225 plus tax. Man, I stared at that thing for 10 minutes, but I was like, I cannot do this at all.
I like the concept of making a bomber jacket and have it be Fireflies.
Right.
That's cool.
In the end of the day, I live in California. I'd wear it once, and then I'd be spending $250 for a jacket. So I was like, I just couldn't do it. Anyway, that's my swag.
So Joe Colton, Rob's asking, what if you bought the shirt for Wes?
Ah.
I don't think you wear it.
That would open the door for you to wear it.
It's true. And be like, here, gift.
Right.
And then I just wear it.
Right. When it doesn't come out of his room for a couple months, then it's kind of yours.
That's like me.
You're assuming he has a room. That's cute.
I know.
That's like me.
You give him some space next to his wheel.
He's working out, doing the keto thing too. That's like me buying my older brother toys because I knew he'd age out before me. So I get that trickle down economics.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Smart kid.
Yep.
That was I could have used that with Ragtime Rob, but he still has everything from when he was 3 years old till today.
In pristine condition.
Right.
You should steal his blankie.
Rob was that kid, man. He's still got all of his stuff in just awesome shape.
You should mess with his Muppet Babies playset sometime.
Joe Colton, what you get in this week? What is that?
Wrong one.
Yeah,
I think you did buy the wrong one. Oh wait, is that Hot Girl?
No, it's Jane Foster's Thor helmet without the wings. I haven't attached the wings.
In orange?
No, it's 3D printed in red, and then I have to like smooth it out and sand it, smooth it, seal it, paint it.
Yeah, smack it up, flip it. I think the order is smack it up, flip it, then rub it down.
Sure.
Goodness.
Well, you had the hammer already, right? So now you got the helmet.
Yeah. The hammer.
You know, as good as that looks, it would probably look better if we just CG'd it on you for the whole movie.
Really badly, you mean?
Couldn't they just
Is that all you got, Joe Colton?
That's all I got.
All right, Mark Weber, what you getting?
Well, best shown from the correct angles. Here's my Lady J all crushed up. Here's my gung ho all flattened on the top. Appreciate that. Baroness actually came through pretty good. That's a win from Walmart, I think.
Right.
I heard among all the gnashing of teeth today, a guy said, I order 3 and return the 2 worse. That's not a bad idea if you can float that. And somebody else has the theory that if you click gift when you pre-order that this is a gift, that you'll get it in a box, not an envelope. I don't know that that's true, but I'll try it next time.
Right, it's worth a shot. Can't go any worse.
Yeah, give it a shot. So I don't know if that's true. Yeah, worth a shot. And then I didn't even know this came out. It was so totally off my radar. Look at this. I'm not a big book guy, but Ricky, but written by Howard Bryant, who's I think just an outstanding sports writer. So
Yes.
Ricky's my favorite modern ball player, so I can't wait to dig into that.
Love me some Ricky.
Ricky being Ricky.
He is, of course, from Arizona State.
He would have gone because Arizona State was willing to let him play football and baseball like his hero Reggie Jackson did at ASU. And he said, if I don't get drafted high, I'll go to ASU. So he was that close to being a Sun Devil, but he got drafted out of high school high enough that he signed it off. But Ricky the Sun Devil. That's it. That's all I got.
All right. And I'm going to share the story. I got a gung-ho that's been drop kicked a few times, but that's fine. He was coming off the card anyway.
Yeah.
I couldn't care less about this card. I know great art. It's pretty, but it's coming off of there anyhow. Whatever.
Well, we should know from the 4-inch retro line that these cards were going to be bad. And then I think the Baroness leaked to some Walmart. Like, I think that was planted. It was weird because the people who put it on YouTube had no followers. And then they got the Baroness like 7 months before anyone else. It was that whole thing was crazy. And then they showed a review of it. And it was just, you should know that these are not going to be, let's see if I can show you. See those? That's good quality. This is not. Don't buy 2 for mint and card. Just buy 1, rip it out, throw it away. That's it.
Right.
They're crap.
Because there's nothing on that card worth saving.
They're all going to end up on clearance anyway. So
it's not asking too much for it to arrive undamaged, though.
You
put it in
would
a box, Walmart. Put it in a box.
If you call Walmart, they'll give you your money back because they have more money than God. They're like Amazon. They don't care.
Right, but sometimes your choice is: do I keep the broken one and have one, or do I return it and not have one?
No, if you call, they will just let you keep that one and give you your money back. They're like Amazon, Walmart. They don't care. They don't want to deal with it. It's a toy. Toys are nothing to those companies.
I was just giving them.
We forget about that. Toys are good as much. They're worried about toilet paper.
1-star reviews on every one because they sent me the email. How was your experience? Let me tell you about that.
But anyways, to finish my story.
Oh yes.
I had ordered Gung Ho back when it came out, and the message I got back when I ordered it months ago was that the order didn't go through.
So you got it for free.
So there it is. I haven't even had a chance to check and see if they've taken the money for that or not. But yeah, it's to say that this has really been a disaster. I mean,
is that karma for the time they sent Rob a box with nothing in it?
Which he just brought up. Yes, that's
But you know what?
The retro Scarlet, the 3 3/4 Scarlet, came in an empty box, and
at least he's not bitter.
Yeah.
Still never got that figure.
I'll take free toys over a mitten card crappy version of this anyway. So
that's good call.
Give me free shit.
Right? Can't beat free shit.
Hell
free
no.
shit's the best shit.
Hell no.
Like beer. But we're running out of time, so let's move into shout outs. Travis, you're our guest again. Why don't you just go ahead and shout it out?
All right. Let me shout out this person's been working hard. Really had a tough week and a lot going on. So I want to give a shout out to me, a toy kind of mood. No, I'm just my whole team. Hey, Bobby, my co-host. Without him, we couldn't get those interviews. Watch the toy kind of mood because we interviewed Lenny and Emily, and they do answer some of the questions, but they were fun. Those interviews fun. The show's fun. Shout out to KJ as well. Great co-host. We did a kind of a panel review wrap-up, kind of similar tonight, if you want another version. So yeah, that's it. Toy kind of mood on YouTube. Thank you.
Yeah, once we're done here, go like and subscribe. Go watch Travis' stuff.
Appreciate
Check
that.
out. You're not going to find a stalker review in hand anywhere else, I don't think.
There's a few of them there because you can buy it from overseas. It might be the first from the United States stalker review.
Well, buy American.
Exactly. Right. Oh wait, I got one thing to show you, but go ahead, you do shout outs.
All right, Joe Colton, shout it out.
I'm gonna give a shout out to William, whose costume got stolen while he was in Puerto Rico. And
what costume?
His Homelander costume.
Okay.
And so he came back yesterday and it was gone. Never delivered. A shout out to the hubby, who's doing well on keto. Very proud of him.
The wrist lock with Whitlock.
Yeah. And then a shout out to you guys and our guest. It was great having you and
Thank
seeing
you.
you in person, sort
Thank
of
you.
virtually in person.
Same. I always talk to Mark, but not. This is our first time as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been like 2 or 3 years we've been chatting, and Mike as well. And this is great. Thank you.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Thanks for coming on. And then also my friend Julie who broke her foot, twisted her ankle, and had foot surgery. And now she's got to go through physical therapy to get her foot to actually work now. Otherwise, they're going to have to do surgery on her ankle. So I'm wishing her all the luck and hope she gets better soon and works that foot.
If we can get a shot of her during physical therapy, maybe we can plug it into community calendar.
Live feed. If I take her, I will do a live stream.
Yeah, with her foot up in the air and her going, ah.
Her screaming. I'm sure she'll love that.
Oh, good times.
Very popular tonight in the comments.
No.
Love is in the air.
Right.
And if love is in your air, go to kygijo.com.
It's Saturday.
So
But I'll go ahead here. Give a shout out, of course, to Ragtime Rob, the fourth man and unsung hero of the What's on Joe Mind podcast, graciously giving up his seat tonight so we can get Travis in here and
Thank you.
Get everybody out inside of 2 hours.
And he can defend us against the bot attack.
Right? You'd think he'd do better at that, but no. Anyways, I kid.
one job.
Give a shout out to you guys, to Joe Colton, to Mark Weber, and especially our guest Travis Moody.
Oh, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Of course, I'll reiterate: head over to A Toy Kind of Mood, subscribe, like their videos, do all the fun YouTube things on that side when we get done here tonight.
So here it is, because Mark brought it up. He's like, you might have the only stalker review, and that's not true. There might be 5 or 6 out there, but I may be the only person who will have this reviewed this week.
That's right.
This is the first She-Hulk toy, and there was a Marvel Insider booth, and they were giving away stuff, and most of it was like posters and whatever. And then they started bringing up Marvel Legends, and they were like peg warmers, the Doctor Strange wave and stuff you can get for $15 now. And then they gave away a Mezco Wolverine 112. Mezco, that's like super high quality, like 5 different head sculpts and all that stuff, and that comes with a Sentinel base. That thing goes for $155, and I was screaming off the top of my lungs doing Wolverine stance. They ignored me, gave it to someone else. Cool. The next 2 things was a peg warmer Marvel Legend and this. And I just did all these flexing Hulk things, and the girl gave it to me, and I freaking ran away from the booth so I wouldn't get beat down. And I'm like, I went to the Marvel booth, and they're like, how the hell they're like, dude, how the hell did you get this? And I'm looking on all the scalper sites. There's none of these yet. So crazy.
That She-Hulk looks more like the actress than the CGI.
No, it's incredible. I don't know how good this camera is, but yeah. Anyway,
it finally go ahead, hold it up before I get you in the big window here.
Yep.
So yeah, pretty cool.
Yeah, that's why my stalker review sucked, because my camera sucks.
Well, it's all right, man. We forget.
When she turns into She-Hulk, her hair grows and changes.
But yeah. Anyway,
I don't get that.
Thank you, Marvel. Thank you.
It's gamma hair, Mark. Don't ask questions.
It straightens. It doesn't for a Hulk.
Yeah. Would he beat up 3 kids to get that She-Hulk?
Yeah,
at
but
least 3.
But they were 3rd graders, and according to that website, he can take 13 before the 14th one trips him up. So
they were all in wheelchairs with walkers.
That was you, Mark. You could take 13.
I don't think I could. I don't know. I think I could take like
3
6.
special needs kids I beat down for that.
Oh,
Boo. Boo.
Gotta go heal at the end of the show.
Right. And here comes Ragtime Rob with a chair.
I've been babyface long enough.
if he's mad enough, they'll play his music and he'll run to the ring.
My God, that's Ragtime Rob's music.
My God.
I'm so mad, but I can't come out until they play my music. Ah.
I'm trying to think of what Ragtime Rob's music would be. Probably something from the producers.
Ravishing.
Show tunes.
Ravishing Rick Rude.
Mark Weber, shout it out, man.
I want to give a shout out to one of my best friends, Wes Whitlock. It was his birthday this week. You should meet him, Joe. He's super nice. I think you guys would hit it off.
I didn't want to say anything about his birthday.
I did. So,
You're a better partner than him.
there you go. And we shouted out Diana Davis, I think last week for her birthday.
Yeah.
But she's busy saving cats' lives again. So
Yep.
between being the queen of the bonsai tree and making sure the G.I. Joe comics are smooth with no issues, now she's saving cats again. So
She reviewed issue 300.
she's killing it. So to Diana Davis and her box of wine with a straw.
Batman theme song. That's Rob's.
He's great.
Oh, the old one though.
Yo, absolutely. The one that starts with the drum roll with the drummer who's playing it.
Ragtime.
Yeah, that's good. And then to get a little serious, bring it down a little bit. I run a baseball podcast and project called Eternal Baseball, which is the best players of all time, all in their prime on the same teams at the same time competing. And almost at the exact same time I launched it, a guy launched a very similar one called the Utopian Baseball Universe. And neither one of us knew anything about the other. And he does all his stuff by hand, which is ridiculous.
That's insane.
Whereas I've got a computer running the games and the stats and stuff. And that takes up a lot of time. But we were guests on each other's shows. And in a different world or with two different guys, we would have been adversaries because we had very similar products launching at exactly the same time. But he was a great guy, and unfortunately passed away this week. So just kind of out of nowhere, Joey Buchholz, really good guy, big Mets, big Brewers fan. So for him and for all the folks at the Utopian Baseball Universe, we're really sorry about that. And I didn't know him very long, all right, but I wish I'd known him more. And that's why I go last.
Right. Because you're killing the room.
Because I kill the mood.
That's all right, though.
And just there you go.
There you go.
Solid shirt.
You can always kill the room.
That's me.
For the good ones, though.
Yeah. And he was.
And, of course, give a shout-out to everybody at home watching us here on the live stream. We really appreciate you. If you're watching us on recording, we appreciate you just as much. Remember, if you're on Facebook, give us a thumbs up, give us a heart, give us a little huggy guy. We do love little huggy guy. If you're watching us on YouTube, please remember, like the channel, like the video, subscribe to the channel, share our videos to all of your other social media groups and connects and all that other cool stuff, because that's how we get this done. We really appreciate you and the time you spend with us week after week after week, Friday nights at 9 p.m. here on What's on Joe Mind. We don't know what's up with next week. We might not be here next week. We got to figure that out. We'll certainly keep everybody posted. Want to give one more thanks to our special guest, Travis Moody, tonight.
And I got one more shout out too. No, thank you guys for having me on. This was the cherry on top of a crazy last 2 weeks. Like Hooded Cobra Commander, Carson, Lenny and Emily, a shout out from the Full Force, and then now a guest on your. It's just like the little podcast that could. Thank you so much. It means a lot. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Hey, no worries, my friend. No worries. For Travis Moody, for my co-hosts Joe Colton and Mark Weber, I'm Mike Irizarry. Everybody have a great rest of the week. Enjoy your weekend. Yo, Joe.
Yo, Joe.
I'll get there.
Get there.
Eventually.